In this video we'll go further with electrolysis, including half equations. This is paper 2 content for IGCSE Chemistry. By the end, you'll be able to do 3 things. First, write half equations at each electrode. Second, predict the products when solutions are electrolyzed. And third, describe the electrolysis of copper sulfate. At each electrode we can write a half equation showing what happens to the electrons. At the cathode, ions gain electrons. That's reduction. For example, a lead ion, Pb2+, gains 2 electrons to become a lead atom. At the anode, ions lose electrons. That's oxidation. 2 bromide ions lose 2 electrons to form a bromine molecule. Notice we write electrons as E-, and make sure the charges and atoms balance on both sides. With solutions, it's a little more involved because water adds its own ions to the mix. At the cathode, the rule is if the metal is less reactive than hydrogen, like copper or silver, you get the metal. Otherwise, you get hydrogen gas. At the anode, if a halide ion is present, chloride, bromide or iodide, you get that halogen. Otherwise, you get oxygen. The reason it's not always the metal or non-metal you'd expect is that the water provides hydrogen and hydroxide ions, which compete at the electrodes. Let's put it together with a common practical: electrolyzing copper sulfate solution with inert electrodes. At the cathode, copper is deposited, coating the electrode in a layer of pinkish-brown metal, because copper is less reactive than hydrogen. At the anode, there's no halide present, so oxygen gas bubbles off. So the rules predict it exactly. Copper at the cathode, oxygen at the anode. This is also the idea behind purifying and electroplating metals. Let's check what you've learned. Question 1. At which electrode does reduction, gain of electrons, happen? Question 2. When electrolyzing a solution, when do you get the metal at the cathode? Question 3. Write the cathode half equation for copper ions, Cu2+. Pause the video and have a go. 3, 2, 1. Here are the answers. 1. The cathode. 2. When the metal is less reactive than hydrogen, e.g. copper or silver. 3. Cu2+, plus 2E, Q. Thanks for watching. If this video helped, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more IGCSE science revision. My revision workbook is available from the link in the comments